It was summer in the kingdom of Luminara, and Princess Naomi had just one wish. To take a magical holiday, far from royal duties, far from spells and scrolls.
Let's get going, Sparkle. I can't wait to have a real vacation. No magical scrolls, no ancient riddles, just sunshine, adventure, and really good pistachio gelato.
Sparkle tilted his head and let out a soft snort, his horn shimmering in the morning light. Naomi giggled and opened her journal.
Rome, the eternal city, full of history and maybe just a little bit of mystery.
With that, they set off, down the path of stone and sky, toward a city where past and present danced together under the golden sun. Their carriage rolled into Rome, the legendary eternal city, where sunlight painted the rooftops gold and every street felt like a doorway to the past. Ancient arches reached toward the sky. Marble fountains sang in the midday sun. And the air? It smelled like history and fresh-baked pizza.
Look at that arch! It's older than the Royal Library.
She leaned out the window, craning her neck.
That's the Colosseum, Sparkle. Real gladiators fought there.
Sparkle blinked slowly, unimpressed.
Don't worry. No battles on this trip. Just sunshine and as many gelati as we can find.
After exploring the Colosseum and waving at pigeons near the Pantheon, Naomi twirled through the warm Roman breeze, but suddenly paused in front of a shop window.
My Luminara gown is a little too royal for gelato.
She looked down at her flowing white gown. Beautiful, yes, but a bit much for wandering cobbled streets. Sparkle stepped beside her. With a soft glow from his horn, the air around Naomi shimmered, like sunlight dancing on water. In a swirl of golden sparkles, her gown began to shift. The fabric shortened and twirled into a cheerful red dress covered in white polka dots. Light, breezy, and perfect for a Roman holiday.
Perfecto! Now this is gelato fashion.
They strolled through bright piazzas, watched street performers juggle fire, and finally found a famous gelateria.
One pistachio, please. And make it a big one. I've traveled far.
But just as they reached the Capitoline museums, Naomi heard a crowd gathering. Voices rose. People pointed. Something was missing.
Non ci credo. La statua è sparita. The statue is gone.
A golden statue said to protect the peace of Rome had vanished.
No broken glass. No clues.
She knelt near the empty pedestal.
This wasn't stolen. This was hidden.
Sparkle sniffed the floor, catching a glimmer of dust.
Sparkle, we're not tourists anymore. We've got a mystery.
That night, Naomi followed the trail of golden dust. It led through the Roman Forum, past the Pantheon, and across moonlit rooftops.
This whole city is a storybook, and someone just tore out a page.
In a quiet garden near the Vatican, Naomi noticed someone sketching beside a fountain, a teenage girl with a notebook and a satchel full of maps.
Ciao. You're the princess who's been following that golden dust, aren't you?
Buonasera. I'm Naomi.
Io sono Federica. Piacere. My grandfather used to work at the Capitoline Museum. He always said the guardian wasn't just a statue. It was a protector.
She pulled a folded parchment from her bag.
Mi ha lasciato questo. I think you're meant to see it.
She handed Naomi a page that her grandfather left for her with glowing writing in Latin.
Where shadows sleep and silence breathes.
Light waits where truth still grieves. Truth, grief, silence. The statue isn't just lost, it's hiding.
Guided by Federica's map, Naomi placed her hand in the mouth of truth, and the ancient stone creaked open, revealing a hidden tunnel beneath the forgotten Vatican tunnels.
Rome just got way more interesting.
Sparkle followed silently, his horn casting a soft glow on the stone. Naomi traced the carvings on the wall with her fingers.
These Roman numerals mark the Ides of March, Caesar's betrayal.
The Ides of March was a day long ago when Julius Caesar, a powerful Roman leader, was betrayed by people he trusted.
Principessa Naomi, maybe the statue feared betrayal too. What if someone tried to use it for power?
It's not hiding from us. It's waiting for the right reason to return.
At the end of the tunnel stood a sealed door marked with glowing symbols, a sun, an olive branch, and a dove.
Pax, lux et veritas.
She pressed her hand to the olive branch.
If you're listening, we're not here for the power. We're here to protect the light.
The door opened with a creak. Inside the chamber, the Guardian of Light stood motionless, a towering figure of gold and stone, as if carved from the sun itself. Its eyes were closed, but the air shimmered around it, alive with ancient magic, waiting. Glowing on the curved wall were words in Latin, not etched, but hovering, like whispers from the past. Return me not through force or fame, but by the heart that speaks my name. Naomi stepped forward, then paused. She turned to Federica, who stood quietly at her side, eyes wide with wonder.
This isn't something I should do alone.
Federica nodded and reached for Naomi's hand. Sparkle moved closer too, his horn glowing a soft, steady blue that lit up the chamber like moonlight on marble. Together they placed their hands over their hearts.
Pace, luce e verità.
Peace, light, and truth.
The statue's eyes opened. Golden light poured into the chamber. And the Guardian of Light returned home. By morning, word of the Guardian's return had spread across Rome like wildfire. The museum courtyard was packed, filled with joyful townspeople, reporters, curious tourists, and schoolchildren waving little paper suns. Musicians played cheerful tunes while a fountain sprayed glittering droplets into the air. In the center of it all stood Princess Naomi, smiling beneath the golden light of a Roman morning. And right beside her was Federica, notebook in hand, proud as ever. The mayor of Rome stepped forward, wearing his sash and best blue suit.
People of Rome, today we thank two brave young girls, one from a royal land and one from our very own city, for restoring a symbol of peace and truth. Grazie, Principessa Naomi e Federica. You've given us more than a statue. You've reminded us that the light of Rome is still alive, in kindness, in courage, and in friendship.
He handed each of them a small golden key to the city, shaped like the sun and engraved with ancient Roman symbols.
Mystery solved. Heroic moment achieved. Now, can we please go get another pistachio gelato?
And so her holiday in Rome became a story whispered across fountains and rooftops. A story about a unicorn's glow, a brave teenage friend, and the light that returned to the eternal city. Arrivederci Roma, until the next adventure.
Hit the like button and subscribe.